Good day. We're going to check out the Elden Ring DLC trailer. I have no idea what time this came out at. Was hoping that it would actually be a thing because I was thinking there's a chance that it doesn't release until like 6 p.m. and then I'm sitting here and there's nothing. I'll probably watch it more than once, so we might as well get into it. So for anybody watching this in the actual video, leave your comments on what you think about the trailer or maybe any speculations, questions you have for me, things that you might want to see me do, and we're going to start this.
Pure and radiant, he wields love to shrive clean the hearts of men. There is nothing more terrifying.
In that forsaken place, blood must spill. Blood of your fellows. The Erdtree faithful.
They were never saints. They just happened to be on the losing side of a war.
Mother, wouldst thou truly lordship sanction in one so bereft of light?
I presume you, too, are keen to know just what kind Mikula is doing here.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Vesper's flame.
Come now, touch the withered arm and travel to the realm of shadow. I will not be far behind. May we meet again.
All right, there's a lot in that. There was a little bit too much for me to even really process at the moment. And in terms of story, I have no idea what's going on. Like maybe. Obviously, like we had speculation before the DLC came out, so that's a lot of things. We're gonna have to go back through that. All right, so what we got right away. Let's see. So, I don't know if that's the player character. I guess we wouldn't know. But again, Mikula is most likely the DLC access point, considering people speculated that that would be a really good area. So in Mohgwyn Dynasty, after you kill Mohg, there is the egg, and I'm assuming it goes into a different place. I don't know if there's more than one access point, because there is the tree too. So we'll see.
Pure and radiant.
Something going on with this area though.
To shrive clean the hearts of men. There is nothing more terrifying.
I thought it might be Melina, but then they didn't show the face, did they? So we don't really know for sure. We can assume. This area right here would be, where is this in the game? Let me think. Where is that? I don't actually know if that's an area I recognize. There's probably going to be multiple entrances. Yeah, it seems like there could be because there's so many places that look also like the regular game. And I'm not sure if you're entering a cutscene that triggers and then nothing actually happens in terms of where you go. And then things just change in the regular map for some of the DLC, because that's what it looked like for some of the places. Isn't that just Altus? Well, it might just be the camera angle. It could just be Altus. But like the thing is, I'm going to recognize exactly what that path is right there. There's a waterfall right here. There's the bridge. I can't tell what that building is. It's also been a while since I played the game. I haven't played this game since, I believe, August last year. So yeah, the tree is looking pretty crazy. Wait, there's like a symbol there. Something's going on with the ground. This thing. I don't know if I recognize that. Also, in the background, it looks like there's something with the tree, and then there's a building here, and there's something yellow going on over there too. I don't know what that
In that
is.
forsaken place, blood must spill.
You can tell, like, whoever's
Blood of
speaking the NPC, presumably this guy. I'm not sure if it's actually the same person talking, but they have an accent, which is pretty cool. An accent that you wouldn't hear in the regular game.
Your fellows. The Erdtree faithful.
So I don't know who these people are right here in this picture. I want to say maybe one of them is someone in the main game. I don't know. Millennia's parents, Godwin and Fia. Oh, Fia. Okay, yeah. I can see Fia, and then Godwin. Oh, you know what? Actually, yeah, that makes sense. And I'm sure you guys probably watch videos of people that are either you're really, really perceptive on these things, or you watch people already speculate that know more. But that does look kind of like that definitely looks like Fia. And then this guy, I could see that because all we have for Godwin is the stat, like I don't even know, it's like a creature in the area with Fia's champions, and they are in the same area. So if that was Fia, that would most likely be Godwin. That makes sense. So this reminds me of one of the dungeons in Gelmir with the lava and everything, but whatever's going on here looks crazy. So I guess maybe I'd assume you wouldn't walk up to this, so maybe there's like a thing that drops from the ceiling and then you go up. There's like stuff spinning inside too. That's cool. This looks cool too. That right there, it looks similar. Like, I wouldn't say it looks like Stormveil, but it's kind of like, it's got that aesthetic a little bit, but also the pathway leading up to it too. That's completely something I don't recognize at all. Then it looks like it goes up into this area where there's like pieces of the building crumbling and getting sucked into something up here. And you can see like these like lines right here. So maybe there's like a vortex or something. I don't know.
The Saints. They just happen to be on the losing side of a war.
This guy's crazy. That's already just a lot going on right there too. Wow. Okay. And you can see the tree in the background. So again, assuming that you get transported to a different area, there's some similarities, I feel like, with the regular map that I'm noticing, but again, it could just be separate. I don't know. That's what I'm wondering. It's like, is it going to be a different map, or are we going to go to a different place completely? And then that has its own map you can check. This guy's scary. So it's like a little bit of a combination. If you took the Mind Flayers, I think they're called, or the Soul Sucker guys from Bloodborne, and then you gave them some scraggly bodies and gigantic limbs and hands. So when I first saw this, I thought of Malekith a little bit, like the Beast Clergyman. I don't know if that's related to the same kind of thing. Again, I'm not like a lore person, so whatever I say is pretty basic here. Wait, I want to pause that right before that lightning. Let's see. I'm assuming that would be like the phase 2. I want to see if it looks like there's a face. I can't tell if there was a head that was not this one, like another human or something like that. Looked like there was a face. Frame by frame. Ooh, okay, cool. So yeah, there's a lot of things conjoined here into some sort of dude, but like you can see legs though. So I wonder if this is a character we've seen in the regular game, because I'm assuming they're going to be bringing back a lot of characters that are already in the main game. Maybe this is predating the timeline, but yeah, it's a human leg right there. And then like this is where I thought I saw the head, like right at the top. There's some horns. I don't know if that would be related to like the Fellowman people, because they're kind of like beasts too. I don't know. And then this, okay, I'm assuming just because the scraggly hand, and I don't know about the snake or anything, but just that, and also I guess the armor on this, I'm assuming this is Mikola just because hand looks the same, armor's kind of reminiscent of Millennia a little bit. That's all I'm going by. Not sure if that's actually true or not, but it seems like it's him.
Truly lordship sanction.
Yeah, so that's a very... Mikola has blonde hair though. Okay, maybe it's not him. I don't know. It just, the hand looks exactly the same to me. And then again, the design here too. Like if Millennia had a brother, that would look like Millennia's brother or someone related. So maybe it's another brother, but that's 100% someone related. There's no doubt. Absolutely no doubt.
Breath of light.
What do we got here? That's really cool. This right here, this caught my attention quite a bit. Whatever the hell's going on with this magic stuff, like that's insane, dude. Beat the game in 2 seconds. Not even difficult, easy mode. And then this is crazy. This is the craziest thing I've seen, I think, out of the entire player side of things. I wanna kick people like that in the air. I wanna do some kung fu. It's like the bone fist from Dark Souls 2, but even better. And then I'm assuming this is just like a regular enemy. For a second, I thought the player was throwing something that big, but I was like, why would there be an item that big? Yeah, this is a basic dude, and then boom. See
I
it?
presume you, too, are keen to know.
So we got a crossbow that's almost a machine gun, essentially. So we're getting into that third-person shooter range right now. Really
Just what kind?
That's similar to the, and again, forgive me because I don't remember the names of it. I haven't played this game in a while, and I haven't done everything in Elden Ring, but there is a spell you can cast where you create the head of a dragon specifically, and you can breathe fire in the regular game. But this looks like it's something that you would obtain maybe from the dude that's like the beast guy or something like that, as like a magic thing from transposing, or again, it's just a variation of that dragon type magic.
Is doing here.
It's pretty cool. This is wild right here. I don't know what's going on there, because at first when I first saw this, I thought maybe it's a regular area, and then it just changed in terms of like the effects and everything, but it actually looks like a different area. There's some buildings kind of sideways though, and the only place that has the architecture that reminds me of that would be the Farum Azula. But yeah, Nokron also has like that whole, you know, like Lost City kind of thing going on, these colors. But the thing is though, you can see the sky, so it's above ground. It's not actually in a cave or anything. This armor set, this red, this is really cool too. That's probably the coolest looking armor I've seen so far. Reminds me of the like a really fancy version of Desert Pyromancer Sorceress from DS2. That weapon looks sick too. What the hell is this? Oh my god. Whoa. Oh man, big boomerang. And then what the hell is this thing, dude? He's got like a, oh wait, he's on a horse. That's kind of like Radon. So it's like a horse that's basically just like kind of dying, and a gigantic Nito looking dude with a, I don't even know what the hell that is. That's crazy, man. This is what happens when you sit in your computer chair for too long and you look at the screen and you lean forward. You got to be leaning back and getting the backrest. You're going to look like this guy, and then you're going to put a horse out of commission in the process.
Those stripped of
Whatever this is right here, that looks like a cutscene right before you'd fight a boss, but he's pulling his spinal column out with his head somehow. And then whatever's actually inside his head kind of looks like a fragment of the ring. That's just like a shard, right? It kind of looks like the same material as that. I don't know if that's relevant, but also, oh, you can see it going all the way through too. So it's kind of like a weapon that looks like it's made of the same kind of stuff. And it's coming out the side too. That's very strange. Looks like gold mask. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Same cloak and medallion. That's the guy in the painting.
Shadow.
Yeah, and then like this, we already know for sure this is probably the hardest thing. It just looks ridiculous.
Death.
And also with the way they pasted it out. Put it right at the end, right?
Come now. Touch the withered
Last
arm
big things.
and
And then what is going on here? Looks like a very frustrating grab attack. And then this arena right here too, very, very similar to Malekith's arena with the with the posts and everything in the background. I don't know, like there's candles there too. It might not actually be there, but yeah, that's interesting.
travel to the realm of shadow. I will not be far
It
behind.
kind of looks similar. I guess like
May
it's like a
we meet
circular
again.
maybe. Yeah, because the posts in Malekith's room, they're a little bit more forward, so I don't think that's the same one. Duo Godskin fight arena, the floor with the candles, yeah. What was the last thing? So that's that right there. I'm pretty sure that's Marika, right? Before she's on the like the crucifixion. Or is that Mikola? No, that's not Marika. You think that's Mikola? That has to be Mikola? Okay. Interesting. Okay. So leave some comments on, do you think my speculations are interesting, or am I completely wrong? And you can correct me. Go for it. And yeah, that was the Elden Ring trailer. Looking through it a couple times carefully just to make sure. What do you guys think in chat? Are you excited? Is there anything disappointing about it? I'm not disappointed by anything I've seen, but there's just a lot of stuff. And with the way that FromSoft does trailers, they're not trying to, they know the game's going to sell itself. They're not trying to convince you. It's just, they're trying to kind of fit enough things so you can see there's a variety of stuff, but not show too much at the same time. So I don't think they're going to really try hard to like give you everything or like a lot of stuff. They don't really need to market the game that much. DLC is too hard. 3 out of 10. The Noble Quartet. I hope that there's a Godskin Quattro. That'd be amazing. Godskin all-wheel drive. That'd be cool. feel like there'll be many new areas, but also some reused ones with slightly altered visuals. That's, yeah, I think there's going to be a nice mix of just them using a lot of stuff from the regular map still, because they have such a big area that unless it's kind of like a painted world situation where you go to a place disconnected from that map, wondering exactly what happens when you press the button to open it, like where you're located. That's been the most interesting thing to me, is like, I'm very curious of what does it look like when you're in the DLC and you press the map button, because we've never had a game that has a map that has DLC with the way that they do it. This is the first time they've ever done this. So if it's a whole nother world, like a whole nother actual giant place, that's cool. And then in terms of how much content is in the DLC, I'm gonna guess you're gonna get a solid 20 hours of gameplay if you're playing casually and making some good progress, at least. I think it's gonna be a good 20 hours of gameplay, because Bloodborne DLC was supposed to be 2 different DLCs and they ended up combining it into one. The production time on this, I think, is double the amount of time they've spent on that, at least at this point. And then obviously we can account for the fact they've been working on other stuff presumably at the same time, and they had Armored Core that came out during the production of this and all that. So I'm guessing that it's going to be a good 20 hours of gameplay. I'm thinking like for boss fights, maybe at least 10 of them minimum, with a bunch of mini enemies that are just as good, and then some NPCs and all that. But it looks like the designs are very like creature-esque and not so much humanoid. And then even the humanoid fights, they are a little cooler than what I would normally see, like, or what you'd normally see in these games, right? Like even the dude that was just blowing the guy up with the fire and everything looks like he could possibly still transform himself. And the snake aspect of it too, we don't even know what the snake does yet completely. So like there's a lot of really cool design. The areas look amazing. I don't know if the music is being shown in the trailer that's also in the actual DLC, but I'm sure the music's going to be good because the whole soundtrack of the original game was nice. And what I'm wondering too is there going to be anything they put in the DLC that makes the regular game so easy in terms of how unbalanced it is, that they're going to actually have to like really, really be keen on updating the game? Because when Dark Souls DLC came out originally, I remember Dark Bead specifically, and I think it was Pursuers in Dark Souls 1. So it's basically like Crystal Homing Soul Mass but dark magic. It was so ridiculous that like basically it wasn't even fun playing the game unless you were using that, and they fixed it. So I wonder how bad the magic's going to be, all those different things. I wonder if they're going to introduce a new status effect as well, or anything new that we haven't actually seen yet, and then items to account for that too, or if it's just going to be building on what already is there. I'm assuming there's no new mechanics, but just some of the move sets look really cool on the weapons. And yeah, again, I'm thinking at least like between 10 and 20 main bosses in this DLC, like a miniature game's worth of stuff. It's almost the price of the game. It should have tons of content. How do you, wait, where do you see the price? Is that in the trailer at the end? Or do you just, are you speculating based on like, oh, Steam has the pre-order for it or something like that? So how much is the DLC? That'd be a good thing. $53 Canadian. Oh my God. So yeah, that's double the cost of the Old Hunters from Bloodborne. Bloodborne's DLC, I think, was like 25 or so. Yeah. Oh, $40 K. Yeah. Beg Bellows is just oh, 40 USD. Yeah. So 40 USD is $5 billion Canadian, because our money is ridiculous. So if you make $1 in USD, you can retire essentially over here. Anyways, you got a 40-page hardcover art book. That's really cool. I like that. I like art books quite a bit. I like the box that they have for it. The statue looks amazing. So statue of Mesmer the Impaler. So we actually have the name of the guy. So Mesmer definitely is not. Yeah, my first assumption on that was possibly off, unless somehow Mikola turns into this dude, or this is like, I think it's like another brother of the people. Mesmer is an interesting name though. The Impaler. That's scary. Okay, and then Shadow of the Erdtree voucher code. An official soundtrack. Cool. So you redeem it, you get the digital soundtrack. So it's pretty basic stuff. The art book is probably the coolest part of it. I had the special edition, and it was in the box for Elden Ring. The only thing I wish they did with these things, because I'm someone that doesn't like opening stuff, is unless I'm going to like use it. So for this, I would literally keep it sealed, and then I want a window so I can see the statue through the box, and that's it. But they haven't done that for anything yet. So I'm assuming if you buy this, you're going to want to open it and display the statue. But if I get it, it's going to be a little unfortunate because I won't be able to actually see the guy. I might have to buy two, or I might have to like maybe buy one, open it, and then maybe through doing events with the game or something comes along where I remember I won a collector's edition for the competition that we did on Elden Ring, one of the races that we did. They sent them. So yeah, maybe there's another competition. Maybe Namco Bandai sends a second one, and then I can just get one and open it. The statue looks really cool. Anyways, that's that.